take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Champion.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Buffalo.
Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Good. Makes the score Bills 7, Raiders 0. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And right away, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down at the
A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
from the 39. Mariota got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Allen will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this will be a touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
The 45-yard line.
Mariota. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They go play action. Mariota. But he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
A.J. Cole.
We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second and 5 now. Allen, quick slant to Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
To John Brown.
7 yards there and a first down.
And the Bills first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And forcing his way through. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. On the handoff, it's Gurley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
With a former Jaguar, it's T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and he finds Beasley, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Beasley. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Second and 6. Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Intended for Cole Beasley.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So it's third and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bills 14. Raiders 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Mariota sacked.
Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota completes it to Jason Witten. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Mariota. And they will catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. McKenzie now to return it. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's 2nd and 8. At the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught. Smith.
Allen
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing now is Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Hughes with it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
Throwing, Mariota. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The 7-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Tremaine Edmonds.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mariota. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mariota now. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give. This is Washington. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
from the 39. Mariota, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Singletary again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this. Third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're running with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Down, Buffalo.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Down at the 35.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Carr's pass.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. From the gun, it's Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A run with Gurley there on first down, going to get about 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of
only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
at the 30.
Here's Allen. He's got Smith here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Todd Gurley.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Lee Smith.
Lee Smith,
Buffalo.
his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Washington. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Carr. It's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. It's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for them.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit, because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
A great note right there, because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
32-yard line.
Again they run with Gurley. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the counter, Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bills, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire